Alumni Day and the Genesis Day of CEG. Great.
Great.
A very warm good afternoon to everyone gathered here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 101st Alumni Day and Genesis Day celebration 2026. And now, it is my privilege to welcome our distinguished Chief Guest, Engineer B. Ashok, former Chairman of Indian Oil Corporation Limited, whose remarkable leadership and contributions continue to inspire generations. With great honor, I invite Engineer B. Ashok to kindly grace the stage. And I request the audience to welcome him with a huge round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. We shall now begin the lamp lighting. Let's give a huge round of applause. I request Secretary Prem Kumar to felicitate our team, Professor Hariharan.
Good afternoon, respected Chief Guest, dignitaries on the dais, beloved faculty members, distinguished alumni, and my dear friends. It gives me great pleasure to warmly welcome you all to 101st Alumni come Genesis Day 2026 of the Alumni Association of College of Engineering Guindy, here at Vivekananda Auditorium. Today is a very special occasion for all of us. It is not just an annual gathering, but a celebration of proud legacy that has crossed a century. So we are truly honored by your presence and we thank you for joining us on this important day.
Respected dignity on stage, my colleagues, lovable alumni and their family members, students, faculties, good afternoon to all.
Again, it is my privilege to introduce Engineer B. Ashok. Mr. B. Ashok is a mechanical engineer from CEG 79 and management graduate with over 4.5 decades of corporate experience in the oil and gas sector. He retired as a chairman of Indian Oil Corporation Limited in 2017.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for the massive introduction. Part of the fused bulb network. Thank you, Dr. Hariharan, Dean CEG, Sri C. Sashi, past President AACEG, Sri Saravanan, Sri Prem Kumar, Mr. C. Malarvanan, of course, my good friend Mr. Doreraj, and my own classmate Mr. Kabir. Good afternoon. Joint Secretary distinguished alumni, past and present CEGNs, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for honoring me with the invitation to be your chief guest at today's function. Anytime I visit this hallowed institution, I am filled with a deep sense of nostalgia. My very first visit was as a 16-year-old accompanied by a friend who was our senior. Actually, Prem Kumar will bear him out. He met him about 20 days back only. So just looking at the physical presence of this college filled me with absolute awe. Today, there is a very common phrase in use known as manifestation. When the cricket match conclude, manifestation or terminology has become very, very famous now, which is nothing but turning an idea, a goal, or a visualization into a tangible reality. While I wouldn't have known the exact word back then, there is no denying the fact that I felt a powerful internal conviction. This is where I want to study. That defining moment was the genesis of my entire journey as an engineer. We are living through a time of tremendous uncertainty. At the same time, the breathtaking pace of technological evolution is filling the world with a mix of aspiration, anticipation, and anxiety. Even warfare has become utterly transformed into a realm of electronic and distant combat. Engineers are nation builders. They are problem solvers in an uncertain world. In college, engineers solve problems for which the answers are known and they get marks for it. But in life, engineers must solve problems to find answers that are completely unknown. Furthermore, engineering as a science is shifting globally compared to our student days. Though we still fondly recall our times with T-squares and slide rules, in fact, even a basic calculator was only available to us during our final year. And I can see several seniors, including Mr. Shashi and others, who actually couldn't even see the calculator or didn't know the existence of a calculator during their times of study. Today, a mechanical engineer works on AI, sensors, software and data analytics. Civil engineers utilize GPS, digital twins and drones. Chemical engineers drive the energy transition through carbon capture, hydrogen and bio-based systems. Meanwhile, electrical engineering is merging seamlessly with electronics, automation and embedded intelligence. In truth, most engineering and technology disciplines are converging, reaching far beyond traditional boundaries into medicine, commerce, arts and even entertainment. We have had to learn about many of these fast evolving subjects over just the past 5 to 10 years, and even then we are only scratching the surface. Kudos to the professors of today, Professor Hariharan and his team, who despite being just a generation or two away from our own era, have continuously upgraded their skills to teach this new generation the absolute latest technologies. They are not merely teaching new subjects, they are presiding over the genesis of a completely new era of interconnected education. Yet, through all this change, the fundamental capability of an engineer to think analytically and apply robust common sense holds just as good today as it ever was. Engineers in India face the unique challenge of operating at a massive scale while keeping affordability a core consideration. We have achieved tremendous success stories in frugal engineering, whether it's our space missions costing less than a Hollywood movie. I think there is a distinguished alumni from ISRO in our midst today. Our world-class digital infrastructure or our resilient domestic supply chains and service delivery. The Swiggies and the Zomatos are making waves across the world. Our unique constraints often become the catalyst for real breakthroughs. When we pull our act together, our ability to scale is unmatched. I am reminded of a personal experience from my own career where we implemented the direct benefit transfer of LPG, which was also read out earlier, for nearly 130 million households in a matter of just 4 months by linking their identities with bank accounts and consumer numbers. The initiative not only prevented leakages of almost 60,000 crores per year, but it was also recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest digital cash transfer program in the world. This wasn't just a domestic milestone. It marked the genesis of a new global standard. It proved that India is no longer just adopting technology from the West, but building the foundational blueprints for the rest of the world to follow. As young engineers look ahead, they will need skills that extend far beyond their academic textbooks. The future demands interdisciplinary and systems level thinking. We see countless examples globally where a technology, energy, or medical solution designed to solve one specific problem inadvertently creates a host of new ones. The ability to look at the macro picture and take a balanced approach is now essential. Moreover, business ethics and professional integrity are real-world dilemmas that you will need to confront with absolute clarity. I'm addressing these points especially to the young engineers who have so much before them, but there are so many challenges as well. Fortunately, our young engineers and technologists are far more aware of the world around them than previous generations like ours. They possess vast access to information regarding the diverse issues impacting society. Their natural curiosity and analytical mindset will help them identify incredible opportunities to innovate and initiate positive change. Crucially, the global outlook has also shifted to encourage and reward such entrepreneurial efforts. So finding money for any of the ideas should not be a problem, whereas earlier people were not willing to take risks. The future, therefore, holds immense promise. Having spent my entire career in the oil and gas sector, issues like climate change, air pollution, and emissions have been at the forefront of our business for a very long time. The ongoing energy transition is one of the greatest transformations the world has ever seen. However, geopolitical conflicts around the globe are currently threatening to nullify much of the progress that we have worked hard to achieve. India has been the fastest growing large economy in the world for the last few years. Yet, we still face the monumental task of lifting millions out of poverty to reach a global average standard of living. To achieve that phase, we need significant economic development, which naturally requires a lot more energy. In my view, there is no single form of energy today that does not have a flip side. Considering the environmental impact of mining rare metals, powering EVs with coal-based grids, or diverting scarce land and water resources for massive solar projects and hydrogen production. We need a deeply balanced approach. Biofuels and biogas provide immense hope here. There is a massive untapped potential for distributed energy production and usage in rural India, particularly through biogas generation and solar appliances. More importantly, the efficient, optimal use of energy and the deliberate development of technology to mitigate emissions are our best ways forward. Recent global conflicts have also laid bare some of our fundamental global assumptions, such as the idea that international waterways would always remain open and unblocked. For India, this vulnerability has been acute given that a significant share of our crude, LPG, LNG, they all transit through the critical choke points like the Strait of Hormuz. Moving forward, our approach must center on how to resiliently manage such disruptions as they directly impact our national security, energy security, and social stability. Modern conflicts are no longer confined to territorial borders. They disrupt global supply chains, fracture energy networks, and destabilize entire economies. If you have read the papers, you would understand that the country like Cuba has been totally without power over the last couple of days, and there is social unrest across that country. Their impact extends far beyond immediate human costs, altering infrastructure and long-term growth. Consequently, education must shift its focus towards preparing students to navigate these complex, non-linear, and uncertain environments. The future world cannot be managed with linear thinking. We need graduates who can interpret global systems and respond to rapid disruptions while remaining firmly grounded in core engineering fundamentals. We must also recognize that changing student behaviors, technological disruptions, evolving career choices, and yes, declining attention spans. While technology can achieve marvelous things, it will always struggle to displace the depth of human capability, ethical judgment, deep creativity, and intuition. As young CEGians, you will find yourselves at the genesis of technologies like Gen AI and autonomous systems that have the power to rewrite human capability. Because you are there at the very beginning of this new epoch, your primary code must be human intuition and ethical responsibility. Engineers with their analytical training must understand and protect this core human differentiator. To put it simply, the true measure of engineering is not merely what we can build, but what we can improve in industry, in society, and in human life. I once again convey my warmest felicitations to each and every one of our distinguished alumni being honored this evening. I hope your respective journeys continue to inspire the younger generation to become the authors of the next great genesis in human progress. I would go a step further to say that while a few of us have been blessed to be formally recognized as distinguished alumni, almost every engineer from this pristine institute is equally distinguished. Each and every one of you has made an invaluable contribution to your respective fields, quietly creating a better future. My heartfelt congratulations to all our alumni. Thank you once again for inviting me and for your patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashok. Great.
Are I here? Yeah.
Yeah, we have to. All are here. Yeah, all are here. Great. Genesis Day.
Jagdish. IT Jagdish.